Hey, what's up, guys? Part 2, I believe, and in this part, we're going to be going over the 3 drum machines that you'll most likely come in contact with, and the one we're going to be sticking to. So first we're going to be starting off with Nithonat, and this is it was the entry-level one, made in 1981, and it's roughly the same size as a TB303, and basically, yeah, it sounds like this. It's not so much used. It was the entry level one, kind of. Just a kick drum, snare, low and high tom, cymbal, and open hi-hat. So everything in all the TR series is synthetically produced. Everything except the cymbals, I believe. And this was used to play along with the 303, which was a quote-unquote commercial failure when it first came out. But yeah, this would be the 606, TR 606. Just think of that. And over here, Nepeton. This is the drum and bass R&B machine, and you can hear it right now. Kind of a bad example. Here, let's give this a try. Yeah, whatever. This would be, again, the 808, and it's used somewhat in techno and house, but mostly drum and bass and, a bunch of other kind of things, R&B, earlier electro. And it has its use, but the layout's a little not what I'm into. I'm a big fan of the 909, which is coming up now, and it's called Drumazon. Now, Drumazon is basically where I would start out. And again, this is a practical way of doing retro techno. So we'll listen to that right now. Right, so there's a documentary on Richie Houghton. He said that when he first used this, it was like listening to every single one of his favorite tracks, and that's very true. This is where a lot of sounds come from. A lot of the old samples, they get resampled and then sampled again and then reprocessed. Everything, a lot of stuff has its roots in this machine, and or how a lot of things are made have roots in the processing of this machine. Everything is made synthetically, no samples except the crash and the hi-hat, I believe. Everything's a combination of saw and square and noise waves and cutoffs and all that fun stuff. The 909 is the thing to use, in my know-it-all opinion. So firstly, you will run into this where you can't play it. You press play and it plays by itself. That's so it acts like the original hardware unit, which is fine. So we're going to be turning off that aspect, and we're going to be using it more as a drum rack in Ableton. If you're familiar with drum racks in Ableton, you'll be able to use this very easily. So we're going to turn that off. So now we press play, no sound. We go to our keyboard. You can use PC keyboard or a MIDI keyboard. I'm using push. The kick is usually on C0, I believe. That's really loud. Don't scare the children. Alright, and you have them all laid out. So what we're going to do is just do kind of a rudimentary routing. This VST supports 8 outs. So we're going to be sending the kick to its own separate channel so we can sidechain later and kind of layer things up, and it'll sound more natural. The real 909, it had a bunch of outs. So yeah, and those would go to a mixer, and they would process each channel separately. So you don't need to drop in like a bunch of instances of this. You just go to output number 2, And yeah, that's where the kick goes. So now I play the kick, nothing comes out. So what we'll do is we'll go to another channel right here, bam. We'll go to Drumazon. Here, I'll turn these, cut them. You're cut, and we'll go to 2. So now, oh, we'll go in. Oh wait, I want to go to there. There we go. So now it's going to its own separate channel, right? So that's basic routing. You know, it's simple to think about, because we don't want all these playing on this one channel. You know, we want the kick in a separate one, so we can do some cool stuff with the kick and have everything else on this running through this channel. And that way we could sidechain and we can have our own type of thing. If you're really into it and you're really an enthusiast for the 909, you'd have each of these going out to its own separate channel, and then creating tracks and saying, okay, there's 2 to 12, and you can go in there and edit them just by scrolling up and down, which is good. It gives you that flexibility. So the main thing to remember, if you don't want to use the default kind of preset or the drum loop programs, you just turn this off, right? So that's 101. That's how you get, you know, or 909. We'll just say it's 909. You know, and then you can play that just like Ableton's drum rack. So yeah, there you have that. When we get back, we're going to be... Wait, okay, you know what? We're going to program our beat right now. So yeah, so let's create a MIDI track up here. And we will drop this in. Let's find our kick. Where is it? Yeah, okay, C1. I apologize. It's C1. So it's always C1. We'll go quarter notes because we're awesome. And then we'll just draw that in. So now, right, we have our kick not coming out through here, but going to its own separate channel, right? You understand me? So, yeah, with that, we can find... We'll find that. We'll put that on the 8th. That's right there. Oops. No, press play. Oops. Alright, and let's find something else just for fun. Yeah, we'll have that on top. And we'll do that. That's it. What's going on here? Oh, did I put on the wrong thing? Okay, I guess I'll just do that then. Could be a polyphony issue. Oh, it's the same. Sorry, it's the same hi-hat. So that's one thing you gotta worry about. They're taking up the same voice, which is neat. So let's we'll have that, and we'll have that going on the offbeat. It's just weird for me to be using. It's weird for me to be using push. Still not used to it, but I'm getting used to it. And we can do a bunch of cool stuff to that. So yeah, let's listen to that now and create our first kind of drum beat. You know, all the verlib. So when we get back, we're going to be tweaking those and adding some other cool stuff. So yeah. Hope you like it, and stay tuned.